Hi everybody. So we had a reading come out and then the camera cut off, so we're just starting it over, but I have all the cards still laid out here. So what I'm seeing is the Three of Cups and the Three of Wands and the Ten of Swords and the Death card and the Four of Cups. So what I'm getting from this is that there's an opportunity to like connect with people, to celebrate, even to network, and I'm seeing that this would really allow things to further progress, maybe in a direction that you would want. But I'm also seeing you come off of something recently that came to an end, and because of your feelings about this and the change that would be associated with it, you may not be feeling this. Like, so people can be like, come on, come out, let's like come hang out with us, we want to like introduce you to this person or to that person over there. But because of something recently that you went through, I'm seeing heartbreaks be connected with this. Because of this cycle that recently came to an end and the inevitable change that is connected and attached to it, you may not be feeling that. Like, you may not want to socialize because you're like, I'm going through all of this right now. Like, I don't really want to go and get out there. Like, you may not be feeling very social, even with people that you normally like to hang out with. Like, you could be not seeing your friends right now. It's like the people that like to see you and connect with you, that you have a good time with, you could just feel like you're not in the mood to have a good time. But what I'm seeing is that if you were to sort of take this offer, it does look like these people or this person, whoever this is that wants to connect with you, you would be potentially starting something with them, or they would be introducing you to somebody that you would be starting or doing something with that would actually be interesting to you, even if right now you're not feeling it. You could just feel a bit overwhelmed because of all the changes, and it's like you're trying to find your balance on the surfboard currently on this very big wave that you're riding, and that may feel like it's taking up all of your time and attention currently, and that you just like don't have it in you. Like, maybe you feel your social battery or like your emotional battery is kind of drained right now. But what I'm seeing is that if you were to take this opportunity, there is something that you would find to be interesting and intriguing. And I am seeing too, like somebody that you would be working with. So I'm seeing you wouldn't be going down this path alone. And it seems also like it would help you sort of like recover from what's been going on. But it's always going to be your choice at the end of the day. Like, some of you may feel like you need this period to sort of rest and you don't want to get back out there. But if you do get back out there in a light way, because I'm seeing this be like connecting with people socially, like friendly. If you do that, I'm seeing that, yeah, there's something here with someone that you'd be connecting with that would sort of help you work through this, whatever this thing is. So you'd be interested in something that, even if it's not directly connected with this ending, it would somehow help you heal through something and sort of like grow accustomed to the changes, or feel more adaptable even. But you have to decide if that's what you want to do and pay attention to how you're feeling. So this means, like, don't be pressured into something socially that you don't want to get involved with, but also ask yourself, like, why would I not get involved in that too? And there's no right or wrong. It's just what you're assessing here for yourself. And what you feel you're being guided to do. Because there may be something that your guides are actually trying to bring your attention to, but you may not be trying to see it right now. For some of you, there's like somebody else that you're meant to be meeting, is what I'm seeing. Oh, okay. Hold on. So there was somebody that you were like getting things off the ground with, but I'm seeing this be like a friendly situation. Like, this doesn't look like, I'm not seeing this be romantic. Who's to say like who felt like what within this, but as far as what I'm seeing energetically, this is just like a coming together in a social way, or like, hey, we have common interests with one another, and that being how you connected. So it's like you like to go rock climbing, this other person likes to go rock climbing. It's something like that where you had a mutual interest with somebody, and so you may have just been starting something out with them. So it's like you guys went rock climbing twice with one another, like you just started going out, and I'm seeing things progress, and I'm seeing that you had been actively like working and collaborating with this person, and it all comes back to this like common interest that you guys share, and how you were at that point in time walking down the same path. And so you guys were together walking down that path. But then to have the 10 of Swords and the 3 of Swords, that means that something is like no longer viable. So you guys were in the middle of doing something with one another here, and then it all stopped. So it's like maybe somebody moved away, or someone started dating someone, now they have no time for you. You know, like something like that where things have gotten cut off. And I'm seeing this feel very tough because more than anything, this was somebody that you had a connection with. And so there's pain that's associated with something now being finished. Because there's this part of you that's like, I didn't want it to be finished yet. Like, I was really enjoying myself, you know? It's like when you're little and you're playing with your friends and your parents are like, okay, it's time to go. And you weren't finished yet playing with your friend, you know? And now your guides are pulling you out of this because it's no longer something that you're meant to be doing. But I'm seeing you like struggling, suffering over here because it was something that you wanted to continue. So now you're sort of like nursing your broken heart and your feelings about this thing that's come to an end now, like accepting the closing out of this cycle. And I'm seeing the Death card, which can be something sort of being ripped away from you, which you could have felt was premature. It wasn't, but it can feel that way because like your ego wasn't done doing whatever it was doing within this situation, you know, like emotionally you felt very involved. It's like you guys were actually, I'm seeing you guys like actually spending time with one another with the Pentacles. So you guys were like doing activities together with one another in some way, like spending time together with one another, and now it's over. And you feel sad about it being over. Death card though, and the Judgment card is about taking the time to kind of look into and analyze everything that had happened, but you may feel like this happened too recently and you're not ready to play back the film yet. It's like, I just got done watching that. I don't want to watch it again, especially because it was something that may have been like hard to sort of watch as it came to the ending of. And so there's this part of you that I'm seeing your guides want you to look at this for a reason. Like there's a very particular reason why you need to look at this. They're like, watch the film, do it. But I'm seeing you be like, I don't want to though, because then it means that you're going to have to admit that something's really over and that things are changing, you know, seasons are changing. But I'm seeing your guides be like, we're going to keep you frozen here until you look at this. So I don't know how exactly it is that your guides are keeping you sort of suspended until you review this, but I'm seeing them like hold you after class until you watch the film. Because there's something very important here. I'm telling you, it's very, very important that you're meant to learn. But the part of you that's still having a hard time accepting that things are over doesn't want to look back. So it's like this dichotomy, right? Your higher self is like, hey, we need to review this. And your ego is like, I don't want to look at it. So that's where I'm seeing things be now. But I think that you're even going to be surprised by something that you see, something that you realize that maybe you weren't seeing initially, that's actually going to feel empowering for you to realize. I'm also seeing you get to rest right now. 2, like you're purposely in a position of inaction right now in order to make sure that you recover your energy fully. Definitely is sticking out to me that the reason that things came to an end with you and whoever that was that you were hanging out with, working with, collabing with, for some of you it was multiple people, because I'm seeing a lot of 3s. 3 of Cups, 3 of Wands, and the 3 of Pentacles. And this was something that had progressed, for sure. Because it's not just an ace and it's not a 2. This means that there was like time that you spent doing this. So it could have been somebody that you were collabing with for a while on a project. It could have been somebody that you were hanging out with for a while, you know, doing things that you liked with them. Somebody that you feel like you made progress within the connection. But what I find interesting and what's sticking out to me is that the reason for things coming to an end is not here. And so it... basically, karmically, this would have come to an end no matter what. You just got stuck with like a random, that's what happened in the situation and that's why it needed to come to an end. Basically, like the summary was that at the end of this film, this cycle was going to be over one way or another. But the variable for each of you is going to be how exactly it ended and like why it ended, what the catalyst was for it. But it was meant to end. You weren't meant to stay in that connection or that collaboration any longer. But the part of you that was having fun while you were doing it and enjoying it, and that was like actively participating and like playing in that game, like playing in that role. It's like you didn't want the scene to be cut yet, but I'm seeing it had to be cut. But there's like personal progress that you made that's very, very important that you may not be recognizing. And you may have like really learned something from your interaction with this person that taught you about yourself and how you're actually very creative and how you can get things done and how like you don't need to rely on someone else, because I'm seeing you even be at the level now of like a master or a mentor. And you could have even felt like you sort of needed that person to supplement something for you. But now I'm seeing something that you can do on your own. And that's why you're not working with this person anymore. You achieved what you needed to achieve. And I'm seeing that you like climbed to the status that you needed to. And that's why you don't need that anymore. It did what it was supposed to do. So even though there's this part of you that may be struggling with that, I'm seeing your guides be like, but look at the point of this. But you may be so caught up in, I'm having a hard time with the fact that this has come to an end, that you may not be ready yet to see. But I'm seeing that's why your guides are keeping you frozen right now until you review this and look at it, because you're going to realize something really important. It's like this level that you unlocked, that you achieved, that you haven't yet realized because you're still upset about something that happened and you haven't like accepted how the cycle turned out. But like that's not the point of it, even though you're having your feelings about it, and that just is what it is because it's normal, you know. But there's more energetically here to be recognized, essentially, is what I'm seeing. That's really important for you. So if you feel like you're at a pause and you're like, why can't I move forward from this? I'm seeing your guides purposely keep you gridlocked because there's something here that you need to see about what you accomplished and this like new level that you unlocked, essentially. I'm looking at Taurus and Scorpio here. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.